Go.
Go check out igsky.com if you're looking for some cheap FIFA 16 coins. Use Rossi for an 8% discount. Enjoy the video. Hello guys, Mr. Rossi1990 here. It's going to be another one of my transfer rumour videos. You can smash a like button. 300 likes would be absolutely amazing. Today's video, we've got quite a few players to cover. In the comment section below, let me know if I've missed anybody out. Obviously, you won't know yet, but as you see the video, let me know if I've missed anybody out. Also, if your team are interested in a player currently, let me know in the comment section below. Let's have a nice discussion down there and have an all-around good time. The first player is actually a confirmed done deal. You're probably mega aware of it by now. It's a strange one in a sense because I'm actually pretty sure he got linked with a Premier League move earlier in the window. I think it was to Chelsea. He's moved to Juventus. It's Pjanic, by the way, if you didn't realise that. Currently of Roma. Got a 91 rated team of the season card. Looks phenomenal. But Juventus, I think is how you pronounce it. I always get the Juventus. I always call him Juventus, apparently. I've signed him. Done deal. It's completely confirmed. He's there holding the shirt and all that good stuff. I think that's a really good signing for them. But what does that mean for players like Pogba? Obviously, it strengthens their midfield massively. But does it mean they're selling somebody at the same time? I don't know. It's there to be seen. We'll have to wait and see about that one. But the next player is Lacazette yet again. He's back involved with the transfer rumours this time. Again to West Ham, who have apparently bid £32 million this time. I think they bid like 30 or something last time. They've upped it a little bit. Will that get their man? It's there to be seen. There's a lot of interest in this guy, though. So hopefully he'll go to the right team for him, I guess. But I want to see him in the Premier League. I want to see everybody in the Premier League, really, because that's the league I watch the most, obviously. But that'll be a good deal for West Ham. I like West Ham. I hope they're going to do well. West Ham, by the way, linked with a lot of people today, you're about to see. The next player is actually George MONCUR. Don't know a lot about this guy, if I'm being totally honest, but he's linked with a couple of teams. I do believe it's Barnsley and Peterborough. You'll see him with a Barnsley badge on at the moment, because they're apparently the more likely to get him. I think Barnsley are in a higher league than Peterborough, if I'm right. I didn't imagine Barnsley in the Championship now. I think Barnsley got promoted to the Championship, didn't they? Pretty sure they did. They won the playoffs. Am I right? I might be wrong. I think I'm right. I think I'm right. But apparently he's like a really good young talent, and he plays for currently Colchester. I do believe that is in League 2. League 1, sorry. So if he gets to move up a division, might be good for his career. See how he does in that kind of thing at the moment. We're going to move to the next player now, which is KOULIBALY, and he is linked with Chelsea, according to Sky Sports Rumour Centre. That'll be phenomenal if they get KOULIBALY. He's got a French flag, but I think he plays for Senegal in real life, if I'm not mistaken, because he's not involved with the French team, which kind of, you know, would have been a good player for them. He's got a really nice team in the season card, as you can see there. Some crazy good stats. Also 6'5", which is massive. And maybe John Terry's replacement. I know John Terry signed a new deal, but I don't think he'll play a lot. And this guy might suit the title pay. Does play in the Serie A, and Conte, their new manager, is Italian-based. He's actually the Italy manager, so maybe he knows a bit about him or something. Wants to bring him to Chelsea. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. The next player is going to be Atiba Hutchinson. We covered him in a recent video, but this time apparently to West Ham again. Apparently Slaven Bilic has confirmed that Hutchinson and another player we'll cover in a second are players he's looking at signing. So this one actually could happen. Originally when I saw this one, I thought he's a bit old. They might not want him. But apparently he rates him. I think he actually managed Besiktas. And maybe that's the reason why he's going back in for a couple players from their clubs. Maybe he likes them. He knows exactly how they play, how they train, etc. So you always see managers going back to their old clubs to buy players. The next player is going to be Feghouli, another West Ham linked player. He's apparently a free agent. I didn't realise this. Apparently, according to Sky Sports, he's a free agent. I don't know if that's right or not. But if it is, I imagine a lot of people are after him. He's a good player in real life. He's actually got a man of the match card on FIFA, which means he had a good game in a big game, if that makes sense, like a cup game or whatever. You have to get a man of the match that way. If he goes to West Ham, good signing, but they're linked with a couple other right wingers, left wingers, so I don't know about that one. We'll have to wait and see. The next player is going to be Tommy ELPHICK, and he's actually linked with Aston Villa. Apparently a $3 million bid has come in for him. He's a Bournemouth centre-back. I think he had an injury this year, and Bournemouth, I don't think he gets right into Bournemouth's team. Obviously, else he wouldn't be linked with a move away, because Bournemouth, of course, kept their place in the Premier League. Fair play to them. But Tommy ELPHICK to Aston Villa. What do you guys make of that one if you're Aston Villa fans? Your season seems to be getting better. Every time I read up about Aston Villa, obviously you had a horrible Premier League season, but sometimes it's nice. It sounds bad, but it's nice to get relegated and rebuild. Because the same with Newcastle. Like, I follow Newcastle on my Twitter. I have a little hashtag and see how they're doing. you wouldn't even know they got relegated. They kept Rafa Benitez linked with some good players. Obviously, they're in the Championship, but it's crazy how a team can get relegated and still actually have fans who are optimistic about the next season. If Leeds get relegated to League One again, I'm probably going to freaking jump ship. But, well, no, I don't mean jump ship as in jump teams. I mean I literally jump off a ship. Cavani is the next player. And he's thinking of Arsenal. Apparently, this one is if the Vardy deal collapses. Vardy still hasn't made his mind up, according to Leicester manager Claudio Ranieri. He hasn't made his mind up, so that's as official as you're going to get, really. But Cavani's the type of player who I think would suit Arsenal. I think he's a fantastic player. He's actually got a left wing inform card, but I think he'll be a striker if Arsenal get their man. But I still think Vardy will go to Arsenal. I don't know why, I just think he will. I think he'll make his mind up. He hasn't had a look in at the England squad yet. They've only had one game, I suppose, as this video is recorded. They got Wales next. Let me know in the comment section below what you think the score's going to be in that game. Looking forward to it, but unfortunately I'm going to miss it because I'm at bloody work. But anyway, next player is going to be BAKAMBU. This is a strange one. When I saw this one, I had to look twice because he's linked with Crystal Palace. I know that sounds shit of me to say if you're a Crystal Palace fan, but I thought this guy was a really, really good prospect. And I thought a big team would come after him, like one of the bigger teams in Spain, or like, you know, one of the big dogs in the Premier League, or just a really high-rated club. But if Crystal Palace get him, absolutely fair play to them. He looks dangerous. He's from DR Congo. He's got 2 Man of the Match cards, which means he played well in big occasions. He looks fantastic. In-game, he's very good as well. He's still quite young. Is he the right player to suit them? Because Crystal Palace are begging for a striker. They've got Connor Wickham, I think it is. But apart from that, they haven't got, like, they've got Dwight Gale as well, I suppose you could say. But they've not got a standout, amazing striker. They did have Adebayor, which didn't really work out. I think he's been released now. But it's BAKAMBU, their man. They're also linked with another striker, which I think is Babacar, but I forgot to put him in this video. But he's also linked with Everton, I think it is. So he's linked with a few cards. I've just remembered I missed him out, but we'll go cover that one another time. This guy right here, I have not a clue who this guy is. Like, I never heard of him until he's linked with apparently like a £9 million move to Liverpool. So it must mean he's decent in real life. Liverpool are not stupid, apart from when obviously bought Andy Carroll. That was pretty crazy. But £9 million for this guy. Doesn't look great on FIFA, but that doesn't tell you a story. I sometimes get carried away with looking at FIFA cards and thinking, yeah, that's how good they are in real life. No, it isn't. Let's face it. This is how maybe he was at the start of the year. A whole year's passed now. He could be a 10 times better player than the original scout saw him at the FIFA. How well he's actually playing in real life. But someone let me know in the comment section below what his kind of ratio is in real life. Is he getting game time? He's young, so maybe that's what Liverpool are looking into. He's a cam, he's Polish, and yeah. He could be quite good, you never know. One for the future, possibly. The next player is going to be Wijnaldum, and he's linked again with another team. He's linked with Roma. I think we covered Roma last time, but according to this one, it's now that Pjanic has gone, obviously from Roma, they're looking at Wijnaldum to replace him. I think that would be a good signing for them. Wijnaldum, I don't know. He looked really, really good at the start of the season when Newcastle had him, and then he kind of petered out, but as did their whole team, to be honest. You can't single out one player. A lot of people giving him a lot of grief over on Twitter, and I think Sissoko's getting an absolute ripping because apparently he did someone on Twitter asking to leave, which is just stupid. Sissoko, what were you thinking? But that's another day. Wijnaldum, Roma, what do you guys make of that one? Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. The next player is Verratti, and apparently Manchester United are tabling a massive money move for Verratti. I like Verratti in real life. Every time I see him, he's kind of like that little shit in midfield, isn't he? That's probably a terrible way of putting it, but at the same time a really good way of putting it. He's the type of guy you want in your team. He's 5'5", which is small, really small. But he gets around the pitch, he makes good tackles, good passer of the ball. Not the type of player who's going to get you a lot of goals. Bit of a box-to-box midfield player, bit of a defensive-minded midfield player, you could say, by stats there. But what he has got is unbelievable passing, dribbling, defending, which probably sums him up to a T. Will he suit Manchester United's style of play? Will he go to Manchester United? Obviously, he plays for PSG, which is no small club. And they've obviously got a lot of money, so they may be able to keep him. We move on to the next player now, which is going to be Slimani. He's actually linked with Leicester. Now, I love to see who Leicester are going to sign this year. Obviously, Premier League champions. People from, like, foreign leagues may look at that and think, you know what, we want to go to Leicester. Will somebody like this? Again, I don't know what he's like in real life. I don't watch much Portuguese league football, but he's got a 90 rated team of the season cards, which tells you he's doing okay. He's got a number of informed cards as well. And maybe he's Jim Vardy's replacement. You just don't know because Vardy hasn't moved yet. There's a lot of things got to happen for other things to fall into place. That's exactly what the transfer window is all about. Moving to the next player now, which is Gökhan Torre. Now, he's the other player we were speaking about earlier about the West Ham link. Apparently, he's the other player linked from Slaven Bilic, actually confirming that he was after him and Atiba Hutchinson. So that's a kind of see how this one goes kind of one. The next player is Matt Smith, ex-Leeds player, currently at Fulham, apparently linked with Wolves. I like Matt Smith. I rate him quite highly. What he isn't is a gifted footballer. I know that's horrible to say, but he's brilliant to have in your team. He wins almost every single header, being 6'6", which is massive as a striker. He wins you almost every flick on. If you've got a pacey little striker in behind him, and Wolves, I think, have... who the hell is it Wolves got? Have they still got Dicko? I think Dicko's still there. They got... No, they don't have a phobia anymore. Obviously, he went to Bournemouth. They've got some good... They do have... If they have Dicko, so I think he's been out for the whole season injured. But him and Dicko combination up front, him and McCormack up front were at the T at Leeds. Obviously, they now play together at Fulham, but I don't think Matt Smith's getting a look in because they have Dembele, who again is another player I've missed out in this video. Apparently, he's going to Galatasaray, I think it was, which is shit. But Matt Smith is there to Wolves to see how that one happens. The next player is Nathan Redmond. This is quite a cool one. He's linked with Southampton. I don't know why, but I like Nathan Redmond. I think he's a really good talent in real life. He just needs to, like, push on a little bit now. He's getting no younger is what I'm trying to say. And a team like Southampton, even though we don't know who their manager is going to be currently, because obviously their manager is going to Everton, I think. It hasn't been confirmed yet. It seems to be dragging on a bit now. But Nathan Redmond, I'd like to see him remain in the Premier League, obviously with Norwich getting relegated. They'll probably get a good chunk of change for him as well for being English, young, and just good. So let's see how that one develops in the coming days. The next player is actually going to be Sebastian Larsson, linked with Leeds. There's actually 2 rumoured Leeds links in this episode. I normally just do the one, but there's actually 2 quite heavily linked players. Larsson is one I've heard off of a few sources. There's one of the people who used to work for Sky Sports. I follow him on Twitter. He doesn't anymore, I don't think, but he knows his stuff. And he said they're interested in him. There's also a site on Twitter which I follow, which is a transfer-related site. He's not bad, this guy. I don't know who it is, or if it's a group of people, or whatever, where they get their information from. But he's normally pretty good when it comes to knowing about transfers. It says that Leeds manager Gary Monk is interested in signing Sebastian Larsson. Currently at the Euros with Sweden, played last night. He didn't play fantastic. I think he played right mid. But playing like that in the Championship, bit of experience, I think would be ideal for Leeds. And then the next player is Kemar Roofe. Now, he's a player who won League 2 Player of the Year for Oxford. He had a phenomenal season. He's got himself a hero card, a Team of the Season card. He's linked with Leeds. He's getting linked with a lot of Championship clubs and probably some higher-rated League 1 clubs in there as well. But Leeds are apparently very keen on signing him, according to Phil Hay, which is the guy, kind of like the go-to guy with Leeds news, personally, for me. I go to him quite a lot. He knows his stuff, works with the Yorkshire Evening Post. And I would love to see someone like this sign for Leeds. He's young. He's got immense talent. Like, if you haven't seen him yet, he scores a lot of different styles of goals. He's got a lot of pace, even though it says 81 there. I know he's played in League 2, which is kind of like the off-putting thing, but at the same time, you've got to think of players in the past. Jamie Vardy came from nowhere. Look at him now. You've got to give players, I guess, a chance. If Leeds can sign him, make him into a brilliant player, who knows? The sky's the limit for players like that, in my opinion. And if Leeds do sign him, I will be pretty happy. Let me know in the comment section below what you make of some of them signings, or potential signings, I should say. None of them are done deals, apart from, I think, Pjanic, and possibly one more. I think one of the other ones may have been a done deal, but might have been wrong. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you make of that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. I'll catch you next time, and bye-bye. Boo!